In this video, I'm going to use the Gauss Jordan method to find the inverse, this 3 by 3 matrix here. This is going to be a long problem, but it works just like the shorter problem that we did in class. I'm going to first take the matrix A and augment it with the identity. I'm going to do row operations until the left-hand side looks like the identity, and what is sitting on the right-hand side will be the inverse of A. So here's the matrix that I'll start with. 1, 1, 4, 3, 2, 4, 1, 1, 6, and then I augment the 3 by 3 identity. These are the same row operations that I've been using to solve systems of equations, and I'm trying to make the left-hand side look like the identity. So my first set of row operations is this. I'm going to have row 2 plus negative 3 row 1. That's going to give me the 0 in this position here. 1, 1, 4, 1, 0, 0. So negative 3 and 3 gives me a 0. Negative 3 and 2, negative 1. Negative 3 times 4, that's negative 12, and 4 gives me a negative 8. Negative 3 times 1 plus 0 is negative 3. Negative 3 times 0 plus 1, negative 3 times 0 plus 0. Now in row 3, I have a 1. I want to add a negative 1 times row 1 to turn that into a 0. So negative 1 plus 1 gives me 0. Negative 1 and 1, another 0. Negative 4 and 6 is 2. Negative 1 and 0, 0 and 0, 0 and 1. So after 2 row operations, here's what my matrix looks like. The next row operation that I'm going to do will turn this entry into a positive 1. So I'm going to take negative 1 row 2. Okay. And I have 1, 1, 4, 1, 0, 0. Second row now, 0, 1, 8, 3, negative 1, 0. Just multiplied right across there by negative 1. 0, 0, 2, negative 1, 0, 1. Nothing changes in that row. Now I'm going to make, I want to make zeros above and below. I already have a 0 below, so I need to change the entry in row 1. I'm going to take row 1 and add a negative 1 row 2. So row 3 stays the same. Row 2 stays the same. And I'm changing row 1. Negative 1 times 0 plus 1. Negative 1 times 1. That's a negative 1 and positive 1, 0. Negative 8 plus 4. Negative 3 and 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1 plus 0. And 0 plus 0 gives me a 0 in that position. Now I have the second column cleaned up, and I have to move on to the third column. First thing I want to do is make a 1 in this position, so I'm going to have 1/2 row 3. And going across the row, times 0, times 0, 1/2 times 2 gives me the 1. Negative 1/2, 0, positive 1/2. So 2 more row operations and I'm going to be done. In that third column I have to now make that 8 a 0. So I'm going to take row 2 plus negative 8 times row 3. Okay, going across the row 3 and multiplying by negative 8. 0 plus 0, 0 plus 1, negative 8 and positive 8 gives me the 0. Now in the fourth column, negative 8 times negative 1/2, that's 4. Plus 3 gives me a 7 there. 0 plus negative 1, negative 8 times 1/2, that's negative 4 and 0. Negative 4 and 0. My last row operation is going to make this entry a 0. So I need row 1 plus 4 row 3. Going across row 3, multiplying by 4. 0 plus 1, 0 plus 0. 4 and negative 4 gives me a 0. Now I have 4 times negative 1/2. That's negative 2 plus negative 2 is negative 4. 4 times 0 plus 1. 4 times 1/2 is 2. Plus 0 gives me 2. So now I see my inverse in the last 3 columns. A inverse is negative 4, 7, negative 1/2, 1, negative 1, 0, 2, negative 4, 1/2.